when Jesus was talking about stumbling blocks, and not just Jesus, but Paul too, I now don't just believe that he was talking to people that weren't believers. I believe more so than anything, it applies to people who claim to be believers. Why I say that is because people that aren't, I'm gonna say in the understanding and in the intention to live by faith, to walk the path and live the life that Christ taught us to live. They don't understand the dynamics of this walk in the spiritual warfare, the demonic level to it. They don't understand all that stuff, right? So they make it help you stumble, right? But they don't really understand it. So it's not seen as that. He's speaking to people that claim to live by faith, right? So that's why it's important to be very real with what it is that you believe. Because when you're not real with what it is that you believe, then who's the hold? You know what I'm saying? You're not even holding yourself accountable at that point. If you just kind of, I believe that I'm on this journey, right? But I'm not. But I'm all over the place with my beliefs. I believe this 1 minute, now I'm questioning that, and I believe this the next minute, right? I'm not trying to throw nobody on the bus, but the times I stumbled early in my journey was from people, right, that weren't very set on their beliefs. They were kind of just, one season they believe this, next season, and I'm kind of wishy-washy now. And I'm sure I've caused people to stumble too. Times where I was being prideful. Times I was just sulking. Felt like I had an excuse to just take a break. You know what I'm saying? Like coming around my wife smoking and stuff. If we both believe and she believes that God told her that she shouldn't do this, right? But because I feel like what I'm going through is too much. I'm aware that if I do it, it's gonna tempt her to do it too. So I used to try to hide it and stuff, but I knew eventually I would get caught because God brings all things in the dark to the light. So no matter how much I tried to hide something, it always came to the light. That ended up tempting her. She ended up doing it. That ended up inviting a bunch of chaos back in our life. So this is just a reminder, don't be a stumbling block to somebody, right? You like somebody, this person believes that they need to wait till marriage, right? The words say, you know what I'm saying, wait till marriage, but you come around trying to seduce them, you're being a stumbling block, right? Because you're not only making it hard for them, but you're also, you know what I'm saying, you could cause them to fornicate. That's why it's important to stand for something and to believe for something, because then you at least understand the value of what it means to stand for something and believe for something, and you won't be so inclined to be selfish and potentially cause a brother to stumble. We battle enough temptation. Don't be the one that caused the temptation.